so nobody gets caught on them while they're pooping.
My name's Adam, and for the past year or so I've been trying to rebuild a boat so I can go sailing on the ocean. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've also made a lot of progress. Follow my story, like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll be sailing with me soon.
Into another episode of Sailing Vessel Ugly Duck. I know I haven't been putting out videos lately, but I've just been crazy busy. I know that's the normal excuse that I give, but I basically cracked down since the boat got in the water. I kind of cracked down more on working on the boat and working on other projects than I have focused on filming, just because when you film doing this stuff, it takes a lot longer. So as you can see behind me, I have been working on the skiff. I know I haven't filmed much about this, but that's because it's been a little ass backwards. I started building it and then gave up on it at one point, and I've given up on it at a few points. Anyway, long story short, I decided that I do need to finish it. I'm just kind of taking my time on it while I do other projects because it's not a priority. So the focus has been kind of on Ugly Duck. Even though we haven't been able to do too much work on that because I've been, again, extremely busy with work and a couple other side projects, but it's coming along. One of the biggest things is now that it's on the water, we get to sail it. So we've actually sailed it a few times, me and Al. We've taken other people out on it, and I haven't gotten much video because we're still getting used to the boat. We're still getting used to how it works, and we're not the best sailors, and just getting out of the marina has been the biggest problem. I wish I could have filmed the problems we had there, but filming has been such a non-priority for me that one of the last times we went out, I grabbed all the cameras. I'm like, this time I'm gonna film, and then I get out there, I hit record, and after 2 minutes of recording, the battery died and my other camera's battery was dead. So it's like I was so far off of the filming thing that I didn't even think to charge the batteries. So anyway, so today, probably can't even see me now, but today I am going to be working on Ugly Duck and working on a couple things that I've been wanting to work on. One of which is the wood for the Vberth. So let me find my saw, my jigsaw, and then we'll cut that piece. So I have this piece of wood that came from, that's actually a table that came from a trailer that I got. Oh boy. And it's big enough to where I should be able to cut the piece I need. So I just need to take this bracket off here, measure everything out, and then cut it. One disadvantage to having the boat out here, every time we work on it, we got to come to it rather than it just being in the driveway. However, it's only 5 minutes down the road, so I really don't have to go far. But a day like today where going to test fit a piece, and then I have to take it back to the house to finish. Potentially come back, do another test fit, and then go again. Could be kind of tedious. But as you can see, also the boat becomes a mess. So just gonna have to move some stuff around real quick. Okay. Let's see how well, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is the spot here. Moment of truth. I was afraid of that. So I just need to shave off a little bit on this side. I made it just a little too long. Actually, I forgot there's those notches. Okay, so first off, I might be able to do it here though, since I brought the jigsaw. First things first, we gotta get the fan. So, I think one of the best investments somebody can do for having a boat, I don't know this for 100% sure because I don't live on board, but these things are amazing. They use the same Ryobi batteries that the Ryobi 1, so you can use you know, the same battery you use for a drill or any of the hundreds of products. I think it's like 160 products that Ryobi 1 uses. So use the same battery and it lasts for a long time, even on high. Oh, and it feels so much better. Isn't really working the best, and it's kind of creating a mess, but I do have a vacuum cleaner, so probably should be wearing a mask. One advantage of these tight spots is you can just wedge things in place and it'll hold it. Uh-oh. Really? Battery just died. Alright. Yeah, no, Craftsman, Ryobi, it's kind of stupid, but I wasn't listening when Al told me to buy Ryobi, so. Now, these little notches right here, I'll show you. Little notches right there, help this sit in. So, what I'm going to attempt to do here is I'm going to mark it from down below. And see if I can notch it out with the saw. Might actually cut those corners off just because I don't know if they're needed. Well, I made them way bigger than they needed to be, but it's in place. I don't know, maybe I'll use some kind of filler or something to fix that. But good part is the person that had this board before me and was using it as a table and a camper, they varnished this side, so it's pretty protected. This side and obviously the parts that I cut, however, are not. So either way, I have to take it back to the house. But just as is, let's do the fat guy test. Oh yeah, it's solid. It is solid. So to finish off the Vberth, rather than painting the nasty moldy inside as much as I can, I need to finish those pieces, which are back at the house. I don't know if I'm going to recut new pieces or just reinforce them. They're not thick at all, and I want them to be a little bit thicker than they are because I want them to be able to support weight, kind of like this. Although it's not going to sit directly, you're not going to sit directly on that spot. Most likely there's going to be a mattress or something there, but either way, they need to be reinforced because they're super thin, so, and kind of a little rotten. So yeah, I'm gonna finish those another day. I don't think I'm gonna do that today. Right now, I think the next step is I bought new lights. These ones are probably original from when the boat came out of the factory because the bulbs are like a weird fuse looking thing. So I do have new lights for those. I'm gonna probably install those next. Alright, first things first, I need to try and get this old light off. Not worried about doing any damage to it, but I don't really want to bust up the bulkhead, so hammer's not the best idea. As much fun as it would be. So this is what I'm talking about. These are the bulbs. I don't know if you can see it, but that's just a fire hazard and old as shit. So there go these. Whole structure. I know the wiring works because ironically those lights actually worked at some point when I was messing with it, but it's not something. Oh, spider! It's not something I want on the boat. So at least I know the wire works, right? Maybe. Another thing that's been frustrating me about doing work on this boat, things like this, right? Look how short these wires are, and I can't pull them out any further. That's it. So there's no mistakes. There's no room for mistakes. There's no room for anything. You cut the line, you cut it too short, and you're pretty much screwed. So what I'm gonna try and do is the ones I have come with longer lines. I'm just going to try and attach to those. Also, unfortunately, when buying stuff on Amazon, it's best to take measurements and look at their measurements, because you might end up with a light that goes from this big to this big. This is overkill for this application, but I mean, I bought it, so might as well use it. In fact, Might only need one in here. Might not need to even install the other one, but probably gonna do it anyway. That's cute. Both wires are white. Wonder if it matters if you reverse the polarity then, because I don't think so. Right? I don't know, maybe. Usually the power goes to the switch, right? Or the negative goes to the switch. Just gonna have to install it and see. These are very cool lights though. I've installed, these are the same style lights that I put in the settee area, the other parts of the cabin, which I will show you later because I just realized that I didn't film it. But they're a board of LEDs. Kind of neat. They should last longer, but I kind of wonder what'll happen if, you know, if these are going to be readily available. I might actually want to go on Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon, so I might need to just actually go buy some and test it out, or buy some and just have them as stock. Because I know they can go bad because I installed some in my parents' trailer and it did go bad at some point. So a couple of them did. Not completely, but a couple of the LEDs stopped working, which isn't. It's not really a terrible thing, but I mean, if you're gonna have a light, might as well have the whole light, right? Tell me I turned the power off before I started playing. Okay, good. Now, go test the power. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Works. Take the crimping tool. Crimp down. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The crimp tool doesn't crimp this small. A little bit of a clusterfuck, so I didn't film the whole thing, but looks like I got it on there. And heat shrink this down. Ouch. Bad part is I gotta do it again, but in all honesty, no pressure is really gonna be on this. So I don't think I'm going to do that again. Those would work better for thicker wire, I think, or if I had the proper crimp tool. So what I'm going to do is I have regular heat shrink. I'm just going to twist these together and then heat shrink it down. I think that'll be enough because it's not like this is going to get moved. It's going to be mounted on the wall. I don't see any reason to have to do something like this. It's just too much. It's not working anyway, so make sure they're nice and tight. And kind of bend it over. Slide up the heat shrink. Hope you use the right size because Adam always picks the wrong size, and it looks like it worked. Touch it, make sure you burn yourself because that's what I do every time for some reason. And then test the light again. Perfect. Hopefully it doesn't go all the way through. Ah, it did. Oh well. Probably just use a Dremel or something on the other side to cut off the little part of the screws that go through, so nobody gets caught on them while they're pooping, because that's going to be the bathroom in there. Probably overkill to have this many screws, but the boat's bouncing around, you don't really want the light to bounce around. So probably not actually overkill. Sweet. Looking good. Now I just gotta do the other thing on the other, same thing on this side, but I don't know what those. Oh yeah, that can come off. There's a switch there. What the hell is that for? I wonder if there was a fan there or something. One of the biggest problems with redoing wiring in a boat, things like that. I just removed some kind of switch or something from there, and there's this light on the other side. I know the white light is hot when I plug in. It's not hot right now while I'm working on it, obviously, but I know when the light is hot, you know, I can run that to the panel. But now I found this random switch here. I don't know if that's been hot this whole time. It could have been, I mean, in worst case scenario, probably would have just blew the fuse, but that kind of stuff is just a pain in the butt because you never really know. Actually, I do. I see now this comes down here, but see, I didn't notice that before. So all that time that light, you know, that I had that light plugged in for testing, I didn't know that there was just a bare wire hanging there potentially causing problems. So kind of get into a lot of crap like that. I mean, like I said, worst case, if you do it right, worst case, you blow a fuse. If you do it wrong, you could have a, I don't know, battery explode or some crap like that. But anyway, back to it. And there you go. Pretty lights. You can't really tell because it's bright out. It's the middle of the day, but it's definitely brighter in here. And it's going to be awesome at night. So I just have to, I got one more light up here that we need to get rid of. I'm actually going to take it off now and cap it off because I have a feeling it's hot while these other ones are hot. So yeah, but that's going to be for the bathroom area, which still really needs love. And some paint. Could use a toilet. And then that light up there. Although I think what I'm going to do is, rather than having the light there in the middle, because I'm going to probably use these bigger lights, so I'm just going to run the wire over here and put it there, or run it over there and put it there. But I mean, then it's shining in your face while you're pooping, so I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so for the next odd job today, what I want to do is I want to clean up and paint inside of this. Most of this is just mold that's kind of not really coming out very well. We scrubbed it a little bit, but you can see the floor completely gave out. I don't know why, like, I don't know what was under there that it's like it's thin. I don't know if there was an access panel there before or not. Seems like there should have been, and maybe the rest of it just broke out and rotted out, but I'm going to use this as the battery compartment, as you can see, obviously. But this is going to be the house battery compartment, so what I need to do is I need to paint it out. I already cut a board that will fit in there. That's going to go on top. That's at home, and I still need to finish doing some epoxy on it to make sure and seal it up, because it's just wood. But yeah, I'm gonna sand that down and epoxy it and then paint it. I've put a couple layers of epoxy on it just to really try and help keep it from rotting away. I really hope it works. Shouldn't be touching water, but it's gonna have water underneath it because that's the bilge. So there's gonna be humidity and condensation and whatnot. So anyway, that's the plan. So for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this battery out and paint inside. So that way I can get started on it, because I really don't want to paint after I put the board in. I really want to paint, then set up the board, then put the board in, then put the battery in. Hopefully I have the stuff to paint. This might be all for nothing. That was kind of dumb. I should have it. I just gotta dig it out. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, so this is probably one of the sloppiest jobs I've ever done painting. Actually, I can use the camera, see if I missed some spots. I sure did. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear me with the fan on. So yeah, this is by far one of the sloppiest jobs I've done. And I'm really just trying to help stop the mold. We added some anti-mold stuff to the paint. This stuff here, prevent mildew, interior and exterior. So yeah, hopefully that'll help. I just realized I took my gloves off and I still didn't put the paint can away, so that was kind of dumb. Anyway, I might do another coat in there. Once that dries. It's going to take a while for that to dry though, because I put it on super thick. So I'm going to wait a little bit and let that dry. And now I have to check my list to see what else I wanted to do today. Getting a lot done. So, I'm really not typically a fan of painting over wood, because I think wood looks beautiful when it's kept up right. But this stuff hasn't, well, some of it has been kept up, some of it has not, and I don't really have the time to do it. You really got to sand it and either epoxy or varnish it. Varnishing's the best. Makes it look the best, but it's not, I don't think it's worth the fight right now for this boat, just because, I mean, look, it's like this, it's coming apart. Eventually maybe I'll do something different, but in all honesty, I'm not even a fan of wood on a boat, to tell you the truth, just because of the upkeep that's involved. I only use it when I have to, like that board down there that I just replaced, but in all honesty, I think it starts to look bad at first, but I think after a couple coats it'll probably look alright. So I'd just rather do it to protect it and not have to worry about sanding and varnishing all the time. You just throw more paint on it when you need to. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of hitting some spots that are fairly easy to get to while I'm here today. Just because I've done a bunch of the other stuff that I wanted to do, like inside the battery box and whatnot. Figured since I got the paint out, I might as well keep going a little bit. Alright, so that's about it. This video wasn't super exciting. I know I probably don't want to see boat work. Well, I don't know. Some people love seeing the boat work, but you probably want to see sailing and less talking and more doing. But anyway, I got a lot done. Even though it didn't totally look like it. I got the lights done. I got the Vberth piece of wood that I just left over there. Oh, I'll bring it. And then the lights, the Vberth wood, and I got a lot of painting done. I didn't really show all of it, but I did a good portion of the ceiling and in the galley, the wall in the galley. It's gonna need another coat, so it's not you know, done by any means, but a lot of work done on it, and it's starting to really look amazing. I love it. Al showed up right when I was kind of getting to be done for the day, and he's going to finish doing more painting, and I don't know what else he's going to work on, but he is definitely going to do some painting. So I kind of tagged him in, and we'll see how much he got done. I might stop by tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow, back at work, but because of this COVID-19 thing, we're working from home, so I don't know, maybe at lunch or something I'll stop by the boat and just kind of see what he did. Maybe I'll spend my lunch on the boat and do some stuff, but we'll see. So yeah, all right, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Anything you want to see, just comment down below. Any suggestions or anything, really, go ahead and comment down below. I don't care, good or bad. I like any kind of criticism. So yeah, thanks for watching.